Are you trying to manifest your shoulds? This is another manifesting trap that you need to watch out for. But I hear people all the time that are doing things, trying to create things, not because they really want them, but because they think they should want them. So if this sounds like you, if you have fallen into the should trap, then be sure to keep watching. What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jen. I am a life coach and law of attraction teacher, and this is my YouTube channel where I upload videos 2 times a week all about the art of creating your best life ever through mindset and manifestation to creating your own miracles. So if you want to be sure that you don't miss out on anything, then hit that subscribe button and hit the bell button to be sure that you are notified. If you guys haven't listened to my podcast, I did a whole episode recently all about the shoulds and why the shoulds are so difficult. When you are living in a place of should, you're automatically judging yourself. You are not necessarily coming from a place of authenticity. Like, it is one thing to decide on things you want for your life, but if you are constantly not living up to something, or if you're constantly chasing ideals that aren't really yours, you're really just judging yourself and you are not being authentic, and you're just creating a life that is much more difficult than it needs to be. So when it comes to manifesting, sometimes the things we want, sometimes the things we put on our list are not our authentic desires. And that means there's already going to be some resistance between us getting them. We manifest most quickly and the most easily when we're manifesting from our true desires. Our true core essence is so strong. And when you stop getting in your way, that is when you become a really powerful manifester. So when you're manifesting from shoulds, you are not manifesting from your core desires, because if you were, you wouldn't have resistance around it. You wouldn't have a story around it. You wouldn't have this feeling of guilt around it. So shoulds are where you've gotten ideas from other people, or where maybe you've had an idea for your life for a long time, a vision for a long time, and there's still things that you're trying to check off from this vision for your life that aren't necessarily lighting you up now. So again, things that come from other people are not our true essence. They're things that we've learned, we've picked up. They are not part of our actual soul path. So it is important to learn what those are so we can also lovingly disregard them. The shoulds that we have for ourselves, like that maybe have come from an old way of looking at the world, are just things we need to learn how to shed. We all have changing lives, and we all have changing ambitions, we all have changing dreams, and it really doesn't do you any good at all to try to live up to the dream you had for yourself 5 years ago if that dream isn't yours anymore. So if your dream from 5 years ago is still making you happy, of course, by all means, go for that. That is an authentic desire. But if you have now shifted, maybe you used to want to be a doctor and now you don't really want to be anymore, and you're feeling like this drama inside of you, like, I should do this because, you know, I have student loans, my parents will be disappointed, whatever. It can be hard to let that go. It can be hard to step into a new pathway. And maybe you don't do that right away. Maybe you have to formulate an escape plan, but that's totally okay. When you change things, when your heart is no longer resonance, when you have a new way of looking at the world, you're probably going to want new things for yourself, and there really isn't any point in chasing the old things. So the example that I wanted to give you for shoulds, like, this is a very concrete, real world example. Which is something that comes up for me all the time, you guys. So this is a little bit personal, but my example is the chocolate example. So what do I mean by the chocolate example? The chocolate example is, like, I am a full-blown chocoholic, you guys. Like, I love chocolate. I have to have chocolate all the time. I will go for chocolate over any other kind of sweet thing. But if I get into the shoulds, if I start to tell myself I shouldn't have chocolate, I should do this, I should eat more fruit, I should blah, 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 blah. This is what happens a lot of the time. I will get something else, that isn't chocolate, and I'll eat that, and maybe that'll happen for a few days, but sooner or later, at a certain point in time, I'll have a chocolate craving and I'll eat the chocolate replacement. and it won't be enough. And then I'll go eat the chocolate on top of that. So what's really happening is not that I'm eating less. It's not that I'm eating healthier. It's that I'm eating the chocolate and whatever I thought was going to replace the chocolate. And that's just stupid, right? So I think you can see how this applies to the world of manifesting as well. So if you really want, you know, whatever it is, the gold handbag from whatever, and you're telling yourself you should go get the Zara bag because you should, but the Zara bag isn't lighting you up, and you buy the Zara bag and you still want the other bag, then you just wasted $50 on the Zara bag when really you could have been saving your money and your cash and your attention and your energy for the thing that you really want. Shoulds are messy. Shoulds get in the way. Shoulds take your attention from what you really want. And if you are really being true to yourself, you will know what you really want. If there's any energy about your intention that comes from a should place, like, I advise you to pull back right now. Stop putting your energy there. Stop thinking that you're going to be able to placate yourself. Stop thinking that the sugar-free, gluten-free cookie is going to fulfill your chocolate craving, because it's not. And yeah, you need to be clear about what's really happening. If you're really craving chocolate, you can figure out how to eat chocolate. Like dark chocolate, a little bit of chocolate is not bad for you. Actually, it's good for you. Like, you don't have to completely take yourself away from that. Like, and again, like with the bag, like maybe you want this one particular designer bag. Buying a whole bunch of cheap bags that look the same but don't give you that thrill is just wasting your money. So don't waste your money, don't waste your time, don't waste your energy. Do not waste your manifesting intentions on something that isn't right for you, you guys. I'm gonna do maybe a whole video one day on the art of picking the right intention, because intentions can be tricky. And again, the intentions can be tricky because there's all this extra stuff in our brain that isn't really ours. And unless you learn how to be on the lookout for that stuff, you're going to confuse yourself sometimes, and you're going to make life harder for yourself because you're going to chase the wrong things. And chasing the wrong things will be frustrating on multiple levels. One, because you won't be able to call them in, and number two, because they're not going to ultimately fulfill you. Your shoulds will never fulfill you. Your shoulds are for somebody else. They're for your parents, your friends, your boyfriend, or the past version of you. They are not for the you of now. So they will never light you up like your desires of now will. So please think about this. It is super important. I don't want you to get caught up on this. I know this has happened to me, and so I know if it's happened to me, I know it's happening to some of you. So it is another thing to be aware of. So I hope that this message has served you well this week. I will be back here soon in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate you spending time in your week hanging out here with me. If you like this video, give it a like. If you know a friend that could use this message, pass it along to them. If you need to get clarity about any kind of fear that you have in your life, and that is, by the way, where our biggest blocks come from, please come on over to the site and download my free fear busting workbook. It is a life-changing exercise that will help you get clarity about whatever it is you are trying to work through right now. And it's totally free, so please go over there and grab it. Thank you guys again for watching. I will be back here soon in the next video. So until then, I'm wishing you the most amazing week ever. And just remember, as always, get ready for the miracle. See you guys.